All right, so I want to welcome you guys to another episode of Digging in My Shorts. And this, if you've never seen it before, is a series that I'm doing on my channel in which I am working my way through a pretty large collection that I purchased of 100,000 comics. And I am slowly but surely working my way through this collection, sometimes off camera, sometimes on camera. And in this particular episode, what we'll be doing is spending time going through basically this long box of comics for the first time together. And this is one of those series where I attempt to make you guys part of the process, right? Instead of just showing you a stack of books that have been pulled from the collection, we are literally going to go through this box together and see what's in here. And I've done a little spot checking, so I have some idea of what's in here. But to be honest with you, I'll be seeing a lot of this stuff for the very first time. So this is a box that is labeled Batman. It is labeled DC. So my assumption is that it is mostly a DC and or a Batman box. So I'm going to set this lid off to the side, and then we are going to work our way through this. You can actually see that for the most part, this entire bin is completely bagged and boarded, which I think is a good thing. I think the previous collector that owned this collection was actually a person that clearly loved DC, but also enjoyed some Batman books, because by and large, the Batman books in the collection are some of the best kept and best protected books of them all. Not to say that there's anything bad. It's just to say that almost every Batman bin you open up is like well organized, if you will, all bagged and boarded, all in sequential order. I mean, there's like runs of everything. So there's definitely, I think, some love for the collection, and then also maybe just some extra special love for Batman. So pulling out a book here. This is Detective Comics 696 Contagion is what this one says. I've never actually seen this book before, but what we'll try to do is to work our way through this and kind of see what's in here. And I'll be using at various points Key Collector app to help me with understanding the significance of some of these books, because I'm not all that familiar with every single thing that is in this collection. So we'll depend upon that from time to time to kind of assist. A lot of cool books in here. This is Batman 372 right here, the boxing issue. This is what is this one right here? This is Batman 373. I'm actually gonna grab my phone here and boot up the old Key Collector app just to have this at the ready. So this is an app that I honestly enjoy. It's a super handy thing to have, especially when you're going through long boxes. So just wanted to see whether there was something special or significant about this particular book with Scarecrow on the cover there. Just going to continue a couple of copies of that Scarecrow book. 3 copies so far. This is Batman 379 with the Mad Hatter. Make sure. Yeah, there's not a whole lot in Batman in the 300s. There's like 386 and 387 that seem to be the hot thing. It's the first appearance of the Black Mask, which is 386, and then 387 is the third appearance of the Black Mask. So we'll see whether we stumble across either one of those books. That's cool right there. That's a cool cover. There's nothing so savage as a man destroying himself. That is Batman 402. Batman the New Adventure 415. Another 415. Lightwing action right there. Batman 10 Nights of the Beast. There's a lot of Batman in this overall collection. Oh, there we go. Little Death in the Family. This is Mike Mignola cover. This is a story arc that I read maybe a year ago or so. I read it because one of my subscribers actually sent it over to me. Johnny Future sent me the graphic novel, and I read it, and I was captivated. I was hooked on it, and that's cool. We'll set that off to the side. This is Batman 427, A Death in the Family. Set that off to the side. And I already have a full run of A Death in the Family. After receiving the graphic novel and reading the graphic novel, I went out and bought the individual issues because it's pretty cool. This is Batman 430. Little Jim Starlin action right there. 433 there. Just a lot of really cool covers. Sorry for the pauses. There's a lot of stuff that I've never really seen before, so just trying to take a moment to appreciate some of this stuff. Multiple copies of Batman 440 here. 3 copies so far of that. It's a 4th copy. And what you'll notice is that some of these books are turned your way, some of them are turned my way. That is basically how this particular collector decided that he wanted to stagger his books. And people have asked me, is that the best way? To be honest with you, I think it's personal preference. To be honest with you, I think you can stack the covers facing one another. This is what is this? 457. This is a cover that I'm somewhat familiar with, and I'm not quite sure why, but we're gonna look it up real quick. What did I say? 457. Check this one real quick. So this is the debut of Tim Drake's new Robin costume. So we'll pull that one to the side. That's cool. One of the cool things is that the more I expose myself to the DC books, the better I am able to identify books that have some significance. And I still have a long way to go, I think, with my knowledge and my understanding of DC. But I'm making progress, right? I'm making progress, and I'll tell you. Now, what I'll end up doing is going through this collection or this box a couple of times. I'll do it once on camera, and then I'll certainly do it off camera just to make sure that I'm not missing anything, because I'm kind of trying to fly through here just a little bit to make the video not be, an hour long of me pausing, flipping and pausing, So I'm just kind of working my way through this thing a little bit. But a lot of people have asked me, is it best to stagger the books where you're facing them together? Multiple copies here of this particular book. I think 4 so far of Batman 478. Several copies of that. And again, I think that there's another copy. I think it's personal preference. Honestly, there's another copy. Let me look that one up. 478. I think it's personal preference, to be honest with you, just because. I have books that have been in my collection. That's the first appearance of this particular character, Batman 479. I have books in my collection, and I've never faced or alternated the covers, right? I've never done that. And my collection has plenty of books in it that I've had for years and years that are just in fantastic shape. I think 6 copies so far of this book right here. And I can tell you that I found books where people have alternated the covers the way that we're seeing here, and those books have been damaged. I've seen people face the books forward and those books have been damaged. I think the big thing is do whatever you're most comfortable with. But at the end of the day, if a bin is overstuffed, that bin has the potential to cause some damage to the books because the books are crammed in there way too tight, and it's the pressure that actually causes a lot of the damage. And again, this is my opinion based upon observations that I've made with my own collection, but also with seeing lots of collections that I've purchased or just been exposed to over the years. And so you can even see here in this particular bin, you can see there's a lot of wiggle room here, right? There's a lot of wiggle room. So the likelihood that anything in this bin is that is going to be damaged is like slim, because the books aren't so tightly compact. But if I packed another 15, 20 books in here and filled up all of this wiggle room, then it's that pressure that's going to impress one book into the next book, into the next book, into the next book, and that's what causes a lot of the damage. And so in my head, as long as you leave plenty of room, then you should not have major issues. But again, these are my experiences that I like to pass on because people ask me these questions, so I like to impart that as best I can. At the end of the day, if alternating the covers gives you comfort, then you should do that, right? So I'm working my way through here. This is Batman 491, another copy of 491. It's 493, 494 right there. Couple of copies of some of the same issues. Definitely this collector believed in buying multiple issues. I think that's like 4 copies of Batman 494 right there, Nightfall. Not sure how I feel about the exaggerated ears on the cowl there, but it is a style. It is a style there. Multiple copies of this issue 495 right there that I'm kind of working my way through. That Death in the Family was just kind of random in there, wasn't it? Just kind of randomly placed in there, and only one of those has been spotted thus far. Oh, there we have something right there. I think that's something. 497. I feel like I've pulled multiple copies of this from the collection already. Yeah, this is the classic battle of Batman versus Bane. Bane breaks Batman's back. I want to say that I've pulled out of the collection so far at least 6 copies of Batman 497. There are 3 more copies right there. Another copy right there. Another copy. But this is a book that this previous collector clearly believed had some energy, and so he bought heavily. And what I found is that sometimes when I think that I've exhausted a particular book, I'll go to another bin and end up stumbling upon another stack of the exact same book that it'll show up in multiple bins, which is just interesting, and you kind of wonder, did he buy these at different periods? Did he buy them at the same time and then they just got separated into to multiple bins? That's the wonderful, or one of the wonderful things I should say about going through someone else's collection, is that there are so many, I think, things to ponder and to explore, because everyone has a different approach. Everyone has a different rhyme and reason for the things that they do in their collection. That's Batman 500 right there, which is it's another Bane. Stands for Batman after Bane breaks Bruce's back in 497, which we already got that. Okay, I pulled that one out. There we go, Batman 500 right there. It's a cool book, cool foil action there. Show that one real quick. I think I've seen, I want to say 2 of these in the collection already. This one has a little bit of some damage across the top there with that foil, and I can already see another one here. This one appears, just at glance, this one appears to be in better shape than the one that I just pulled out a second ago. And then there's another copy right there. I have a feeling there may be another couple coming up. These are Batman 498s, which we already saw a few issues before, but I think there may be a few more. That's 499 there, 499, same thing. And there's another 500. It looks like a couple more here based upon what I'm seeing from the thickness of the books in the top. So that's what, 5-6 copies of 500. That is 501 right there. Refer back here to see if there's any other magical things. Looks like the next really cool thing is 531, glow in the dark cover. Looks like a reprint. And then 535, first appearance of Ogre. So not a whole lot of crazy stuff. 540 looks like something. So we're gonna see what we see here, kind of work our way through this. And again, I'll spend some time going back through this bin after I turn the camera off. We're at 510 right there. 511. Looks like 2 copies of that. 2 copies. 512. A little Two-Face magic there. 514 right there. Nice cape and cowl there. Oh, what is that? That's cool. What is that? That's a 515. It's a all black cover. 515. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that on camera, but it says Batman across the top, DC logo there, and it has Batman there standing almost like showing his guns, like the gun show. That's a cool book. I've never seen that one before. That is what issue did I say? 5. What issue did I say that was? 515. That one's not called out here, and in Key Collector app, but definitely a cool book. I see at least one spine tick on this book. Not that that's that big of a deal, but definitely a cool book. Let's see if there's another. And there is one more, and this one has a couple of scuff marks. Take it out of the plastic because the scuff marks could be on the bag. There's another copy right there. All 515s. This one may be in better shape than the last two. Great thing about, again, a collector that does this is you have typically a couple of shots on goal. Of really cool books, you have a couple of shots on goal, couple of ways to get it right, you know. So we're gonna skip forward in this a little bit. See if we can get 531. What is that? 536. That's cool. What is that? 535. 534. 534. Thought I was gonna skip. Now I'm just backpedaling all the way. 529. So it looks like we do not have the 531, at least so far. 522. Yes, we're gonna skip a couple. Skip a couple here and see what we have. That's a creepy one. 542. That's just creepy. That's some creepy stuff right there. Let's see what we have down here. 544. 547. The Penguin. What issue is that? That's cool. 549. Super creepy. Look at that. Super creepy face. Drop that back in there. Keep working our way down here. It's 550. Hopefully you guys are still able to see somewhat well on the camera there. I've shot some of this footage, and I know that it gets a little hard sometimes as I work my way down into the bottom of the bin here to be able to see some of the things. But hopefully I put the camera in the right place. Fingers crossed. There are so many just Batman titles and Batman books. Multiple copies there of that one. But you know, again, I think that this collector definitely had an affinity for Batman. Is that Batman 575? 575. 579. I don't know who that character is. A couple of books here. Working my way down, slowly but surely. And I know that there are some people that really enjoy these videos. Oh, here we go. That enjoy these videos, enjoy seeing me kind of work my way through the collection. It's a little Jim Lee action, a little Scott Williams right there. I think that this is right. Is this right before Hush? I want to say that this is like right before Hush. Let me pull this. That's another just read, Batman read that I really enjoy. Yeah, first appearance of Thomas Elliot, later revealed to be Hush. This is Batman 609 right here. That's a story arc that I read several months ago, and definitely enjoyed that one. There we go. Cannot go wrong. Again, you get a couple of bites at the apple. Couple of bites at the apple. You know, this guy definitely he definitely had a feel for what potentially was going to be hot. You know, at least that's my feeling. This is 610 right there. Continuation of the Hush. Batman and Catwoman share a kiss. You can't go wrong with a little bit of that action. Hopefully 612 is in here as well. Hopefully, I absolutely love that Batman and Superman cover. Several copies of 610 right here. We're gonna pull all of these out. These are really good things. I'm gonna pull those out. What is that? 611. 611. come on, 612. No, and we jump. And we jump to 615. Nothing wrong with that. I actually have 612 and the rest of it in the collection already. But you know, you're always hopeful. 614 would have been really cool too. It's a classic Batman versus Joker book. Really, really cool cover right there. But thankfully, again, I have the Hush story arc in the collection already. So, you know, you can't, man, that's cool. 616 right there. Let's see if there's something going on now. 619 is like the next thing. First appearance of actual Hush. 619, yeah. So we'll see whether 619 is in here. 616 right there. Let's see if there's a couple of copies of that one. Nope, we jump to 589. Oh, and then we're back. 616, then we're back to 589. All right, I think we may be done with the Jim Lee books there. We may be done. That was a nice little visit. Here we go. Ooh. I absolutely love this cover right here. Love some Jim Lee. This is Batman 612. Really cool Batman and Superman book right there. Absolutely love that cover. Man, that's a cool one. That is a cool one. And we double down. What is that? 618. Love these little surprises. Just when you think that it's over, there is a little bit. Oh my goodness. Oh man. There we go. That is unexpected. The first appearance of Jason Todd as the Red Hood. That is unexpected right there. That's cool. That is a cool book. That is really cool right there. And we'll take these out of the plastic at some point and kind of look at them to see what kind of shape we're doing. Man, I was hoping. I was hoping that next book was going to be magical as well. So 636 is the second appearance of him. And this is 638. And another copy of 638. And let me see if that's on this. Yeah, it's a couple of bucks there. Red Hood revealed to be Jason Todd. That's pretty cool. There's a couple of, looks like there's a variant of it. Let's see if we have the variant. Nah, we don't have the variant. That's cool though. That first Red Hood is really cool. I wasn't even thinking that one was going to be in here. I'm not sure why that didn't occur to me, but it did not. So that was definitely a pleasant surprise for me to stumble upon that one. So there's 655 is another really cool book. Let's see if we can get there. That's 643. A couple of copies of 643. That's 644, 644, 653. I love that cover. I've seen this is the Grant Morrison run right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's cool. I like this cover. I've actually found this book a couple of times in other bins that I've come across, and I dig that cover. That is just really, really well done. Here's 678. Let's see if there's any magic there with 678. And there does not appear to be, which is fine. There's 616 again, kind of hiding down here at the very end. All out of order. That is 629. What's another 629? Okay. 616, okay. Again, these are just the collection that just keeps surprising me. I don't even know. 634. We were looking for what? 635? I think that's what I said. No, 655. All right, let's see the last two in the bin. All right, so that is 642 right there at 634. Those are the last two that are in there. Man, that was fun. That was a fun bin to kind of go through there, man. Again, this is just one of those things that I honestly enjoy, and I'll go back through here and make sure that I did not miss anything. See if we can find another First Red Hood in there. I think is it Geeky GMT? I think that's his name. One of those guys that is absolutely obsessed with the Red Hood. So definitely a cool book to find, man. A couple of these nice Superman Batman covers here. Batman 612, absolutely love that. Here is 635, which we already talked about. I'm going to slide this off to the side here. Slide you just a little bit, turn it around, maybe help you guys run back through this real quick. Here is 609, start of the Hush story arc, right? So that is Jason Elliott. I think, what is that, 5 copies right there? I think there was something significant about that one. I guess that's why I pulled that out. Here is a couple of copies of 611 right there. A couple of copies of 610, specifically 5 copies of that. And then Bane literally breaking Batman here. 5 copies, that seems to be the magical number. 5 copies of that particular book. And then lastly, the very fantastic Death in the Family. So some really, really awesome stuff here, man. And definitely want to thank you guys. This is a nice copy. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you also enjoy this series that I'm doing, digging in my shorts. My hope is that you'll go back and actually check out some of the previous episodes of this particular story arc, because this is what we do. We basically go through some long boxes and pull out some really cool comics. So if you want to be part of the journey, definitely want to encourage you to subscribe if you haven't, and you definitely want to go back and check out the playlist that has been set up for this particular series that I'm doing here. With that, I want to encourage you guys, if you want to chat with me, to leave a comment behind so we can mix it up in the comment section. You can always reach out to me on Instagram at Regie Collects, and if you're feeling frisky and want to send me an email, you can do that as well, and that email address is reggie@regiecollects.com. Take care.
Ooh.